Hello, am I audible? Good evening, people. How are you all? Good evening. You all can see my screen. Okay, chalo. Good evening. So, yeah, I'm also fine, Nilanjan. Thanks for asking. Okay, yeah. So, as a homework, we did a problem, if you remember. And I gave a problem to you as homework. How many of you have done that particular thing? And how many of you haven't done that? Do you have any sorts of problem in that particular problem? Yes or no? Done. Did that n log n correct? Okay, chalo. Let me explain you. ठीक है चलो, let me explain you that particular problem first, then we'll quickly move to the another thing. Let me find that particular problem where it was. Just a second. Let me figure it out. I'm facing some issues today. Okay, yeah, chalo. I found that particular problem. I guess so. This was your problem. Let me know this was or not. Let's say our question says that whenever we have this p of n is equals to, here we have 1 for every n, like if my n is equals to 1, then my answer will be 1, and it will be t of n minus 1 plus log n for every n greater than 1. This was our question, people. You know, this was basically my question. Okay. Now, how to how to tackle this question? I'll tell you. If you want to tackle this particular question, you just have to understand the things a bit. Okay. Although we did that particular things in many other things, but just a minute. That should be some other thing. Yeah. I guess so. I have to roll back my version of OneNote. Actually, I have updated it. It's becoming very small. I'm having very small space to write, compared to the previous one. So I guess I have to roll back my version, but I'll not do now. I'll do it later today. Okay. हाँ ठीक है तो चलो. We were solving this particular thing wherever our t of n is equals to 1, we will be having n equals to 1. Otherwise, we'll be having t of n minus 1 plus log n. Okay. So whenever you will face this kind of question, now first of all you have to see what is the base condition, and first of all you have to see what the question is demanding. So here my question demands that we want t of n minus 1, right? Okay. So first of all we need to solve this p of n minus 1. I guess so everyone is aligned with me this particular point, right? Everyone will did that particular thing in the first step whenever they were solving their question, if I'm not wrong. Okay, so if you put n equals to n minus 1 here, okay, what you will get, what, n n की जगह पे n minus 1, so what you will get, n minus 1 plus log n minus 1, है ना, यही तो मिलेगा, है ना, right? So indirectly can I say it will be nothing but t of n minus 2 plus log of n minus 1, yes or no, है ना? This will be what my t of n minus 1 equation would be like this. So this will be becoming my very first equation. Now coming to the second equation, it is demanding what, t of n minus 2, right? So I'll be solving what, t of n minus 2, which will be equivalent to, if I put n equals to n minus 2 here, what I'll get what, n minus 3 plus log of n minus 2, right? This will become my second equation, yes or no, people, है ना, right? Now, what I need to do, let's say I have my t of n minus 1 now, I have my t of n minus 2 now, right? So can't I put That's first equation in my question, you know. So if I put this particular equation of this inside of this one, what I'll get straight away that t of n will be equivalent to t of n minus 1 की जगह पे ये पूरा equation आएगा, right? So it will be nothing but what, t of n minus 2 plus log of n minus 1 plus log n, यही तो होगा, है ना, right? Where we put n minus 2, Nishant, I think so you're lost. No, you don't have to put n minus 2 here. Okay? You just have to put n minus 1 right now. You know? Then after we'll put n minus 2 in place of this. Okay? Okay? So right now your t of n minus 1 will be equivalent to t of n minus 2 plus log of n minus 1 plus log n. Correct? Now n minus 2 की जगह पे, for instead of this, can I put this entire equation? You know? Right? So if I'll put that, what I'll get straight away that t of n minus 3 plus log of n minus 2, and this one will be the remaining as it is, plus log of n minus 1 plus log n, यही तो होगा, है ना? Yes or no? Right? Now if you see, let's say I'll name this as t of n, correct? Now what I'll do, I'll say that ठीक है, चलो, t of n minus 2 was what? T of n minus 2 plus log of n minus 1 plus log n. T of n now will become what? T of n minus 3 plus log of n minus 2 plus log of n minus 1 plus log n. Then can I say that if I'll go further, can I get like this, t of n minus 4 plus log of n minus 3 plus log of n minus 1 plus log of, sorry, n minus 2 plus log of n minus 1 plus log n, है ना? I'll get that. Yes or no? Yes or no, people? है ना? So can I say that if I'll go up to the end point, है ना? Right now I just went from 2 to 3, 3 to 4. Can I say if I'll go further, let's say till the k point, okay? So can I get like this, t of n minus k plus what I'll get? Let's say I'll get what, log of n, ठीक है, यहाँ पे क्या था, n minus 4, right? So it will be n minus 3, minus 1 will be n minus 2, minus 1 will be n minus 1, minus 1 would be log n. So can I say here I will get n minus k minus 1, right? Okay, this k minus 1 would be like this, right? Plus, can I say I'll get log of n minus k minus 2, right? Plus, can I say I'll also get log of n minus k minus 3, right? Oh, right. This I'll get. Yes or no? Up to which point? Up to I'll get what? Log of n, है ना? यही तो होगा. Now you know that you have to eliminate t of n minus 1 as our basic rule, है ना? You know that if you want to find your answer, you have to eliminate this term. How many of you are agreeing with me this on this? How many of you are agreeing with me? Right? Okay. Now, so if you want to eliminate this term, what we were used to do, we were putting it, we were comparing this in my base condition, right? Okay. So if you see in your base condition, if I have n equals to 1, I'll get 1. So can I say if I'll get t of 1, which will be equivalent to 1, you know? So we will take what n minus k is equivalent to 1. Okay. If I resolve this particular equation, what I'll get k is equals to n minus 1, you know? Right? Okay. Now further, if you know, like if you see here that if you put that in your equation, if you put that n minus 1 in your equation and this particular equation, what you will get? Okay. So in this particular t of n minus k is now my what? 1. So I'll get t of 1 plus log of n minus, ये k की जगह पे what, n minus 1, right? So it will be what? N minus 1 minus 1 plus. Can I say I can also get instead of this term inside, I'll replace this k with n minus 1. Can I get log of n minus 1 minus 2 plus log of n minus 1 minus 3 plus log n up to the term n log n. Can I say that? It is basically very easy, right? Now if you see this, like if you see here, this n and n will be get cut out, this n and n will be get cut out, this n will be cut out. Now you feel, if you will see now, you will know that you will realize that you will be just left with what? T of 1 plus log of 2 plus, see, this minus will be multiplied with this, so minus minus will be the plus, minus 1 will be minus 2, minus 2 into minus will be plus 2, right? Similarly in this case it will be log 3, it will be log 4, up to the term I'll get log of n, right? Yes or no? Till this term I think so you all did it, till this particular term you, I think so you all did it. Hariharan, the T of 1 will be here, will be not 0, it will be 1. If you see here, it is given as, if your n equals to 1, it will be 1. So that is why I have taken T of 1 will be the 1. Okay. So if you resolve this particular equation, you will get what? 1 plus log 2 plus log 3 plus log 4 up to the term log of n. Guys, you getting me? Are you with me? Okay. So now if you remember, in that particular question I gave a hint, I intentionally gave a hint that, guys, whenever you have this kind of thing, let's say log of m plus log of n, it will be equivalent to log of mn. Did I told you now? I told you that? Yes, no? So here if you see, you will be having what? Log of 2 plus log of 3 plus log of 4 up to the log of n. So can I multiply that? 1 plus log of 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 4 multiplied by up to the n. Can I say that? Yes or no? Ankit, why no? I did that. I think so you were not in the class. ठीक है, चलो. Now, can I say people that suppose मान लो कि I have number 6, okay? Suppose I have number 6. Now, if I multiply with number 1, what I'll get? The number itself? Yes or no? And if I'll not multiply it with 1, I'll also get 6 number itself. Yes or no? So can I say in the multiplication, 1 will not have any power? One is very powerless when we are multiplying the things. So can I say that, can you see here what kind of pattern it is forming? 2 into 3 into 4 into 5 into 6 into up to the power n. So can I say it is nothing but 1 plus log of n factorial? Yes or no? Okay. So now I hope that up to this point everyone has to resolve that. Okay, till this particular point nothing was very difficult. This could be also in your particular question. Okay, right? So can I ignore this particular one term, because 1 and log in the log n factorial would be anyway higher. Just a minute. So can I ignore that particular one? Okay, so if I ignore 1, can I say my answer would be anyway log of n factorial? Yes or no? And yesterday itself we discussed that n factorial also can be written in n raised to n term. And yesterday also we had discussed that whenever you will be having like this log of a to the power b, it will be result into what? B log a. This will become in the multiplication. So can I say it will be nothing but my n log n? So this is what your answer. Perfect. सही है everyone? Okay. Dipanshu, I think so you did that in the last class only. So So that's perfectly fine with you, right? Everyone else is fine with it? Any doubt, any question? Okay, so with that particular note, can we start today's session? Fine, chalo. So guys, please bear with me for today's class because I eventually updated the OneNote, so you might have less space. How n factorial is n into n. So Parag, I think so. ठीक है, चलो. Let me explain that also. So can I say that n factorial? I I taught this into the last class, but I'll repeat that once again. Okay. So can I say this n factorial is nothing but n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into n minus 3? Yes or no? Right? So can I say that it is forming a series? So a series with nothing but what? N into n plus 1 by 2, the n natural number sum series, if you remember. Yes or no? Like if this is my n into n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3, up to the 3, 2, 1. Okay, it will be following this term. Yes or no? So this is what my first n natural number series. Parag, है ना? So can I multiply this into like n into this? So can I say it will be n square plus n divided by 2? Parag, yes or no? I'm explaining in another term. In the previous class, I have explained another term. Okay. Okay. So I'm explaining in the both of the terms so that everyone will not not forget this. So can I say that compared to this n square, this 2 will be anyway ignored? Yes or no? This 2 is very my constant, so it will be anyway ignored. So can I erase this? Okay, it will be nothing but my n square plus n, right? So with the n square and n, which is more, which is larger? N square, na? So can I ignore n or n as well? So my answer would be what? N square here, right? But with respect to this, can I say that if my n is equals to 2, so can I say it will be my n raised to n? Otherwise, in the another term, I can also explain you like this. Let's say your n factorial. This is what your series, right? N into n minus 1 into n minus 2 up to the power 1. Okay, up to the term 1. Okay. Now, can I say that this n by, if you want to do this particular n operation, if you want to particular do this n operation, it will be repeated for n times. This is also doing like performing n times. This is also performing n times. Also, this is n times. Everything will be n times, right? Okay. So, can I say that this minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 are my constant terms? So I'll ignore that anyway. Now, right? So can I multiply this n into n into n into n into n? Yes or no? Right? So if you want to multiply this 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 5 times, so what it will be? 2 raised to 5. What you do basically, you just form this in the form of power. So if similar to this, also you can do n raised to n, na? Because n into n into n into n into n nothing but what? N raised to n. Yes or no? Parag, am I clear now? Nilanjan, am I clear now? Okay. So this way you will not forget it. है ना? Parag, I think you will not forget this. You don't have to remember why n factorial is n raised to n. Okay. Now, so I taught you this. I taught you this because I taught you this because in the examination you will not have that much of time that you will calculate this term, है ना? And you will multiply like this. You will think like this. So in the exam, that should be quickly come into your mind that n factorial is nothing but my n raised to n, and my n would become here, and it will be my n log n. Clear है? ठीक है? Sorry. ठीक है, चलो. So on that note, we will start today's session. Okay. So today's session will be like completely oriented. Okay, sir, I have a question. What is time complexity of factorial finding function using recursion? What do you mean? Okay, you mean to say like you want to find factorial's time complexity, right? Vishal, you have to do like do one thing. Okay, do one thing. just take any example, like just take an example of factorial only and try to find its recursive, like its recurrence relation, and try to find its like time complexity by doing the same operation that we did. Okay, I'm sure you will get the answer. Any trick to solve the question easily in the exam? Okay, Nishant, as I already told you, na, that see, this is what our first method is, using the recurrence relation. There are other two methods also. Those two methods are not that much of long, but trust me, every method has some sense behind that. Okay, if you see this particular substitution method, then if you like, you will feel that it is like more complicated or more lengthier than other things, but some of the problems can only be solved using the substitution method, just like recursion. Some of the problems, if you want to solve with iterative method, it can be solved, but it will be very long process, you have to think a lot. But using recursion, it will be way easy. Similar to this, it will be applied into the substitution method. So as time progress, you will see that how it goes. Okay, fine. Now let me come into this. Let me come into this particular thing. So basically what we had to discuss today. So today's session will be much important as compared to your future thing. Okay, it will be nothing but your sorting algorithms. So guys, you remember that, see, till now we have solved a lot of problems. Till now we have discussed a lot of things. We are jumping from basic to intermediate now. Okay, we are not providing any kind of basic thing now. And when I say the basic thing, it just means that you know every ins and outs of JavaScript. Do you know how to code? You know how to run your program. That's kind of basic things you already know. But if you know this particular thing, we'll be quickly start with the algorithm thing, because in here also we will be using the times complexity and space complexity, right? So when I say the word so sorting, okay, whenever I'll say the word sorting, so what do you mean by sorting? Anyone? What do you mean by sorting? Okay, arrange in the order. ठीक है, सही है. But see, till now what, how we sort, in the ascending or descending order? Yes or no? है ना? So yeah, Joseph, I'll come to your point. See, sorting is not just about the ascending or descending order. Okay, sorting means arranging things in a particular order. Okay, let me write it so we'll not forget it. Okay, so this sorting means to arrange things in a particular order. It does not mean ascending. It does not mean descending. Okay. In a specific order, you have to arrange it. Okay. Remember, here order does not mean. Okay. Here this order does not mean ascending or descending. Okay. It could be anything. It could be literally be anything. Okay. So if I say example, for an example, so you will ask me that, sir, what do you mean by anything? You know. So if I say this order could be, let's say, ascending also. It could be descending also. It could be, let's say, based on properties of an element. Okay, I'll give you example of this. Okay, it could be based on, let's say, like any properties of element. Okay, now you will ask me, sir, what kind of property you are asking? I'm not getting anything. No. So see, if I'll say that, suppose if you will have area of like array, suppose man lo ki you are having this array of uh, rectangle rectangle coordinates. If I give you the array of rectangle coordinates, how many ways you can solve it? Okay, let's say this means like basically like this. Let's say if you have a rectangle, I'll just have length and I'll just have breadth. Okay, I just have this much things. Now you have to tell me how many ways I can sort it. No, I just want the, like, I don't want number. I want the ways. How many ways? Like, which are the ways I can sort this array of rectangle coordinates? Okay, I can either sort it by length, ascending, descending. Either I can sort length by like breadth, ascending, descending. You know? Either I can sort it by area also. I can also sort by perimeter also. You know? Apart from that, anything I can sort it. Let's say if I write it, chalo, if I write it now, then first thing, how come I sort it? Like based on length, I can sort it. Okay. Then after I can sort this as like based on breadth also I can sort it, right? Third way could be what? Could be the perimeter, you know? Third way could be the perimeter. Apart from this, anything you think that I can sort this particular area of other things? Area, you know? Perfect. Hello, great. So fourth thing would be what? Based on my area. Apart from this fourth thing, I don't see any other way. You know? Now, Vishal, Ekta, apart from this, I don't see any way by sorting it. Correct? Okay. So see, how many ways I can sort here? I can sort it based on these properties. Yes or no? You know? Right. So I can sort it based on this particular properties. Similarly, if I'll take, let's say, if I'll take another example. Now, in what possible ways you can solve it, you have to tell me. Okay. Let's say you have array of strings. Array of strings. Okay, guys, you need to tell me now that how many ways that are there that you can solve it, you can sort this particular things. See, either you can sort it by length, no? Either you can sort it by length, or as the second way could be like either you can solve it by no lexicographical order. We already discussed what is that. Yes or no? Right. So yeah, alphabetical order that does mean like lexicography में सब आ गया, right? Okay, so these are the ways I can sort this particular thing, right? So I mean to say, like, I have to explain you why I'm telling you this much, that I want to tell you that, guys, there are not two ways only that I can sort it, and either ascending either descending. That is not the meaning of sorting actually. Okay, sorting does not mean that it can be in ascending or descending order. Sorting literally means anything, and it mostly based on the properties of an element. Am I clear? Now, when you know that you have certain set of elements, and you also know that you need to sort your elements based on some particular properties. So there are some algorithms which are natively available. Okay, some are basic and some are known as advanced algorithm. Okay, okay. So now we will discuss about. Let me see this. I have very less stress today. So now I have sorting algorithms. Okay, I need to discuss this. Okay, guys, can I do one thing? Like, I'll use some other board because we are not comfortable. I have open board, but see, in that I cannot see your comments frequently. Here I was able to see, but please bear with me for today. Okay, from tomorrow's class, I'll degrade my version of this. Okay, all you can see my board. This is another app. Can you see the board? Okay, I'll merge those two PDFs from the OneNote and from this. Okay, don't worry. So now here, what I have, will discussing about sorting algorithms. Okay, because this is very important concept. This is part one of it, guys. Okay, I'll explain you what the things we are supposed to discuss in this class, what the things we are supposed to discuss in the next class. Okay, I'll explain you each and everything. So now, in this particular thing, what we do is we will be having a basic algorithm. There are two kind of algorithm, as I have just said, basic and advanced. Okay. Now, guys, what you will have in the basic, that like advantage of it is what, that the first and very first is it is very easy to understand. Okay, understand करने में ये बहुत ज़्यादा easy होगा, right? And second thing would be, it will be like what I can say, unoptimized way. Okay, it is unoptimized. You can also see from the code itself. You will also tell me at some point of time that sir, it is not optimized. What we need to do? Then after I'll tell you the solution of it. Okay, it will be very interesting sessions. Okay. Second thing would be the advanced algorithm. So like in the advanced algorithm, we'll be having another two things. Let's say in the advanced, it is like where like more complex in terms of understanding, but the coding would be anyways, okay, more complex to understand. And it will be the approach of this advanced algorithm would be always be optimized one. Okay, it will be very optimized when we are implementing the uh, advanced algorithm. Okay, now when I say the basic algorithms, okay, there are, I till now we discussed that there are two kind of algorithms, you know, it will be easy to understand optimized way. Then I'll also tell you the which kind of algorithm we are supposed to discuss in the basic one. So in the basic one, you will first see the algorithm which is called as bubble sort. The second one would be the selection sort. These are the very basic term. You know? The third one would be the insertion sort. These three things we will be seeing in the basic algorithms. And when I say, when we are discussing about the advanced algorithms, then our first algorithm would be the merge sort and quicksort. There are also another algorithms that we are discussing, some such as like Reddick sort, and there are many other things we are discussing also. Let's say if I write it, then the third one would be my count sort. Then also I have um, bucket sort, and the fifth one would be the Reddick sort. So out of this entire algorithms, our today's session will be entirely focused on this bubble sort and selection sort. Okay. In the next class onwards, we will be discussing the other things. Okay. But in today's class, we'll be entirely focused on this particular thing. Am I clear? Any doubt? Any doubt in this? Okay. What is the flow of today's session and the coming session would be clear? It is clear, everyone, right? Okay. Now, hello. So in today's class, as I said, that we will be discussing about the bubble sort and the selection sort. Now, remember, guys, that these algorithms are little bit tricky to understand. You know, these algorithms are little bit tricky to understand. So what happens is, when I explain you in first Guna, you will understand completely. Trust me, based on your capability. I know that based on your grasping power, your best grasping power, I can surely say that you will tell me that, sir, I understood everything completely. Okay? But after some time, as per human's tendency, you will tend to forget the things. You know? So which was bubble sort, which was selection sort, which was insertion sort, you will forget, like you will mix everything up. Basically what I meant to say. You know, otherwise it is very easy to understand. Now the people who have studies, like who have studied these algorithms before, they will relate, है ना, कि जब आप कर रहे हो तो you will understand everything, but when you do a lot of algorithms you jumbled up, है ना, right? So those who have, you are from no tech background, or who have studied this kind of algorithms before, they will completely relate with it, है ना. Now uh, to solve this particular thing, that which was which algorithm, तो उसके लिए when we are learning, when we are studying, it will be, we will be focusing a lot in names. Now we'll be focusing a lot in names of it, because all this algorithm named very carefully. So when, so that when you hear that name only, you should understand what happens inside. Okay, so the name plays a vital role in this. Okay, so we will also focus and we'll also spend some time to understand the algorithms based on the name itself, so that in future you will not tend to forget. Yes or no? Clear hai? Right? Sir, please show sorting. Okay, fine. Guys, you will be having a PDF of it, so don't worry. Okay, if you are not noting it or if you are not taking snapshot of it, then also it's fine. This every handwritten note will be given to you. Okay, don't worry. As per every session. Now, the second thing that I need to tell you here is, first of all, chalo, let me start with the bubble sort. So now, first of all, let me tell you what the essence of this bubble sort. Okay, so it is very interesting. You know, it is very interesting. So now, when we hear the word bubble sort, now, just a minute. This is my bubble. Actually, I want to draw this kind of things. That is why I replace the board. You know, I replace the entire board. Otherwise, I'll not do that. Now, see, when you hear the word bubble sort, now try to think in such a way that we are trying to bubble up the elements in the end. So it will start with the small bubble. It will start with this particular small bubble, and when we are increasing the elements na, over and over, it will increase the bubble. It will increase the size of the bubble. Now, what do I mean by it? It will increase the size of it. Now, what do I mean by it? Basically, I try to say, I was trying to say that suppose मान लो कि this is nothing but your array. Okay, in this particular array, your task is to sort it in ascending mode. Okay, your job is to sort it in the ascending mode. Now, what we will do, we will scan through every element, and we are basically trying to form a bubble. First of all, it will form a bubble on this, then it will form bubble on this, then it will form bubble on this, and finally on the first element. So we'll try to cover every element on like basis on the bubble. So let me give you example of that. Okay, let me give you example of this. So if I'll give you the example of it now, uh, then I think so everyone have experience with the soda or any kind of no carbonated water thing, you know, just like Pepsi or Coca-Cola. You know, in that, if you have seen carefully, then there is some bubble coming out of it. Yes or no? From the bottom of it, there are some bubbles which are trying to go from the topmost side. Yes or no? Okay. So can I say it will be the same? Let's say it is my glass. This is my glass of my Coke. No? This is my any Coke or any soda, right? Now from the below, the bubble will form. It will go upside. It will go till upside and it will disappear. Can I say that? Yes or no? Right? Similar to this, the fashion will be following here. Okay, here you will have array, right? Your job is to sort it in the ascending mode, you know, right? So every element, okay, this is your element. It will be go till the topmost point. Now, what I mean to say, I'll just explain you know, but it will follow the same pattern. You will also realize that. Now, let's say for an example, let me take an example of this. Not here. Yeah, let me take an example of this. Let's say I have an element of 8, 6, 4, 0, and 2. This is my element. Now bubble sort will works on concept of swapping. Okay? This bubble sort, its main heart and soul is what? The swapping. Okay, we'll swap the element. Right. So let's say if you have this particular array, now what you will basically do? You will compare this particular first element to its next element. Okay, right? Whether 6 like 6 8 is bigger than 6 or not. Yes, it is, है ना? 8 6 से ज़्यादा है ना? Right. So what you will do, you will just swap the both of them. So your answer would be anyway like this: 6 8 4 0 2. Now you will compare another two elements like this. Yes or no? Now 4 8 से कम है कि नहीं, or else I can say 8 4 से ज़्यादा है कि नहीं. Yeah, true, it is. So what my answer would be? I will swap both of them. 8 0 2. Now I'll compare the third iteration. This is what my first iteration only. Inside that you are happening the third three like 4 iteration, right? Any iteration on it. So now I'll compare whether my 8 is greater than 0 or not. Yes, it is. So my answer would be 6 4 0 8 2. Now I'll compare this. It is also bigger than 2, right? So it will also swap. So my answer will be 6 4 0 2 8. So now so you see, when you reach at the end of the array, when you have reached in the end of of your array, right, your largest element has been gone in the last index of an array. Can I say that? Anna, guys, can I say that? When I'm doing the operations, when I'm doing the operation in my first iteration, can I say after my first iteration, my largest element would be gone in the like last index of an array? Yes or no? How many of you are getting this? Correct है? यहाँ तक clear है? Okay. So this was everything in my first iteration. Now keeping that in mind, keeping that particular thing in mind, you will start with the second iteration. So this was my new array. I'll just copy that particular thing in my new thing. So 6 4, then we have 0 2 8. 0 2 8. Basically what we had this. Okay, we had this particular thing. Now what I'll do, I'll compare again, start with the thing. Okay, this is what my second iteration. Now I'll compare 6 and 4. I'll again see which is more. 6. Okay, swap it. 4 6 0 2 8. I'll again compare now this, which is more. 6. So let's swap it. 4 0 6 2 8. Now which is more from this? 6. Let's swap it again. 4 0 2 6 8. Now do you think that we need to compare these elements? Do you think we need to compare these elements? Yes or no? No, na? Because we already know in the first iteration that it has been sorted and my largest element came here, right? That is why we need not to swap here, and we need not to compare even here. So can I say in another term that I have formed my bubble here? In my first iteration I found my bubble here. In the second iteration I found my bubble like this. Yes or no? Anna? Right? So can I say that in another term, can I say that I taken this first term, which was my largest term, so it went from first thing to the last thing, right? So can I say in another term that my 8 element came from here all the way to here in the topmost surface of my glass? Now can I say that it was relying here, it went from here to here? Yes or no? Correct है? Now in another way, can I say in my second iteration I have found my second largest element? बोल सकता हूँ ना मैं? In my first iteration I found the largest, in the second element I found the second largest element, right? So now let's move further. Let's say with the same array, okay, with the same this array, let's move further. Now what we will do, 4 0 2 6 8, okay. Let me take 4 0 2 6 8, right? So now again we'll compare these two elements, which is more. 4 is more, correct hai? So we'll swap that. 6 8. Now in this particular thing, let's compare. Let's in the third iteration, this is what my third iteration would be. Yes or no, people? Okay, this is what it will look like in my third iteration, right? So now again compare this two, which is more, 4 is more. So let's replace that. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8. You remember in my previous array my bubble was this. So do you think that I need to enter in my bubble? Like, do you think I need to compare this 4 to 6? Do you think that I need to do that? No, na, because 6 and 8 are already been sorted. So can I say in other way that 4 and 6? Can I say in other way that I have formed my bubble like this? Yes or no? Okay. Now in the, let me take fourth iteration. Okay, if I'll take the fourth iteration, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, now my array was 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, and this is my fourth iteration. Okay, so can I say that I need to compare this 0 and 2, which is more 2, so I need not to swap? Say yeah, and no point of doing the swap here because it will be less, right? So do you think that I need to compare now this 2 and 4 also? Do you think that I need to do? No, है ना? नहीं है जरूर, क्योंकि it is already been part of my no bubble. ठीक है, that's why I will not do that. ठीक है, right? Now, so what we can say here is the last 4 elements are sorted now. Can I say that in other terms, that my last 4 elements are sorted now? है ना? For the array of size n, can I say in other terms that for array of size n, see here we had 5 elements. How many iterations we took? How many iterations we took? 4. Now, so can I say my for my array of size n, I'll be having like see for an example, for array of size n, if I sort size of n minus 1 element, then the leftover element is already been sorted. Can I say that if my array size is 5, if my array size is 5, then can I say this 0 is already been sorted? These 4 elements are sorted now. See, in out of these 5 elements, if I have 4 elements sorted, can I say this fifth one will be also being sorted one? Yes or no? है ना? ठीक है. Also I can say that uh, let's say let's say if I have my size and this is my n. Okay, for this size of n, can I say that I need to just sort n minus 1 element only, because the leftover element will all like automatically be sorted? Yes or no? बोल सकता हूँ ना मैं, है ना? Clear है? So what we need to do here, that we took for element of size 5, we took 4 steps. For element of size 5, we took 4 steps. So when I say for element of n, I'll just have to take n minus 1 steps. Yes or no? Everyone is clear? Any single point of doubt? Okay. And inside every iterations, how many swaps we did? Like at least we tried swap can be done or not. Yes or no? For every elements we actually swap, na, है ना? And we tried that if it's possible, then we tried like we swap. Otherwise, we did not. है ना? For an example, here we did not swap for 0 and 2 because my 0 is my lesser element from 2. है ना? But we tried, na, at least. Yes or no? Nishant, that is what I'm doing. That is what I'm saying. See, you know that after third iteration, your job is done. It's already been sorted. But how come you know that yeah, your algorithm will know that it is already been sorted? You have to do this step, otherwise you will not know, because we are right now doing the basic bubble sort. Okay, we are right now doing the basic bubble sort. I'll come to that point here in this class only, so just bear with me for a moment. Okay, so can I say that, let's say in my first iteration, I had I did how many swaps? I did how many operations basically? 4 operations. Yes or no? For my second step, how many things we did? 3. Okay. So can I say here it will be like for n equals to 5, I took n minus 1. Here I took n minus 2. Here I did n minus 3. Yes or no? Yes or no? है ना? And here I did n minus 4. Similarly, अरे n equals to 5 है तो हर एक स्टेप में मैं डिक्रीज करता गया, राइट? सो कैन आई से बेसिकली व्हाट आई डिड इज I had n minus 1. First of all, I did n minus 1. Then after in second step, I did n minus 2 plus n minus 3 uh, up to the term I did. है ना? So can I say in total it will be n minus 1 only? N minus 1 terms only? Yes or no? Yes, n is number of elements. Everyone is clear to this point? Because I am gonna asking something very critical to you now. Everyone is clear to this point? Aradhya, what is the doubt? Why n minus 1? Okay, so do you see that I saw that only? See, for n equals to 5, for the first step, we took n minus 1. You know? We basically did what? How many things we did internally? N minus 1 only. For n equals to 2, like for second step, for n equals to 5 only. How many things we did in my second step? I did n minus 2. That is what? My 3 operations. For the third operation, third iteration, how many operations we did? N minus 3. That is what? For n equals to 5, we did how many? 2. Okay, so can I say I did n minus 3? Yes or no? Yes or no? Aradhya, we will ignore others. But I'm just asking about the steps. Are you agreeing with me that we can write it like this? Okay, that is what my in the first iteration I did n minus 1. Then after I did n plus n minus 2 plus n minus 3 up to the point till I'm not completing my array. So basically, can I say it will be nothing but my n minus 1 terms? Everyone, okay? Still, if you have any doubt in this, let me explain you in other term, okay? So can I say that? Uh, 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 okay, can I say that for n equals to 5, how many operations, like how many steps we did? Steps taken are which? Like how much? 4? Because so it's clearly visible. Huh? We are doing n minus 1 only. Nishant, am I clear? Now it should be n minus 1 steps though. But no, I'm not asking about the factorials or complexity right now, Aradhya. I'm just asking about the, see, it's not into, it's plus. Okay, so how come it will be the factorial one? It's plus. It's not into like the other thing we tried today. Okay, clear? Hai? Now, okay, ठीक है, चलो, great, you got it. So now, based on these things, based on this particular fact, that for n equals to 5, we are taking what? N minus 1 terms. For every term, we are doing what? N minus 1 plus n minus 2 plus n minus 3. So now tell me the time complexity for this. See, in the previous class also, we did a lot of questions based on time complexity. In this class also, we did one question based on time complexity. So it will be, I'm expecting everyone to answer this. What will be my time complexity of this? Think about it and let me let an answer. Guys, please think about it and answer. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of wrong answers. For those who have answered order of n, it's wrong. अरे अभी तो हमने किया था पिछले क्लास में ही. सी, क्या कर रहे हो आप लोग? See, what I wrote is n minus 1 plus In the second thing, I have to n minus 3 up to the when my array is not over. And for everything, I'm doing n minus 1 thing. So can I say it will be multiplied thing? You know? So it is nothing but what? Order of n square only. How come it will be order of n? अभी क्लियर है? पिछले क्लास में तो गया था हमने, ये नहीं किया था. Repeat. Okay. So Nilanjan, what I'm saying is, see, in other time also you can think about this, na? See, if I'm saying that it is what my n minus 1 plus n minus 2 plus n minus 3, this is continuing till n minus 1 term. So this is nothing but what? Sum of n natural number. है ना? This is nothing but your sum of n natural numbers. So can I say it is nothing but n into n plus 1 by 2. It is nothing but what? N square only. We just did today only. समझ में आया अभी, है ना? So ऐसे बेसिक बेसिक छोटे छोटे मिस्टेक मत किया करो. Try to see that particular thing. Okay, that is why I given you some time. And everyone was in rush that I need to answer first, but it's not like that, people. You know, think about it calmly, then answer. Nobody will give you award or nobody will scold you if your answer is wrong. You know, so why to worry? Think about it carefully, then answer. You know, we have a lot of time. Okay, if this particular session, if we want to extend till 1 hour also, we'll do that, but think about it and then answer only. Okay, now uh now okay. So now I'm giving you a thing, I'm giving you one thing. So yeah, this iteration is clear, this iteration is clear for bubble shoot, how we were doing it. Iteration is clear for bubble shoot. Okay, Hariharan, can you unmute yourself? Or can you raise your hand? Otherwise, let me explain you 1 second. Okay. So Hariharan, can I say? So this thing is clear. How we derived this for n minus 1 plus n minus 2, and this will be for n minus 1 times. Clear? Hai? Yeah. Now can I say that if you studied in your no 10th standard or 9th standard, you will be realize that it will be nothing but 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to the n. If you want to sum it everything now, your answer would be nothing but n into n plus 1 by 2. Okay. So let's say for an example, okay, so it will be nothing but what your n into n plus 1 by 2. If you multiply the things here, it will be nothing but what? N square plus n by 2. This 1 by 2 would be anyway ignored. Can I write it like this? 1 by 2 n square plus n. And can I ignore this term since this is constant? Now out of this n square and n, which is more? N square only. So can I ignore this also? It is order of n. Clear? Hariharan? Now in formula part, okay. So see, this is my first iteration. For first iteration, how many times this loop ran? N minus 1 time, because for iteration number 1, n equals to 5, it ran for 4 times, right? For iteration number 2, it ran for 3 times. That is what? N minus 2. For that is what? N minus 2 now. Like n equals to 5, we ran for 3 times. It is what? 5 minus 2 times only it ran. Yes or no? Hariharan? No, the formula. Okay. Okay. Now you got it now. How did we derive this particular formula? Okay, chalo. No problem. Okay. So can I give you the question now, people? Everyone is ready. Everyone is ready. Okay. I'm not expecting a lot. I'm not expecting a lot. I'm just expecting that. See, if you have this array, let's say 5, 1, 4, 2, and 8. Okay. Now I'll say, do not try to give fast answer. I'll give you sufficient time to think on it. I'll give you sufficient time to think on it, and then answer. Then after, just tell me what the thing you need to do. Okay. So what you need to do here, you just need to dry run this the same way we did. Like what we did, we had this array. 86402. In the first iteration, we compare this, we swap this for the everything till the time it is not reaching at the end of the term. For the second thing also, for the second term also we did the same, but we also took care about this bubble. For the third term, bubble increased. For the fourth term, it will go on like this. In last element, we need not to compare, because if my rest of the elements are sorted, it will be anyway sorted for everyone. है ना? Similar to that, you need to draw same kind of things. How many iterations would be there here, you know, and how the things will work. You have to draw in your paper. ठीक है? Question clear है सबको? Okay. Now before that, I'm giving you some time, since we are not working right now in OneNote. What I'll do, just a second, if I have an option here, let me see. Where is my things here? Just to think. And okay, I think so. You will not read on this. Okay, so what you need to do, that you just see it. Okay, just see for a couple of minutes. Then after, try to attempt that question. Okay, this is how you need to do the operation in the first operation, in the second operation, in the third, in the fourth. Okay, this is how you need to perform. I cannot show you entire operation in one page due to the restrictions of this. As of now, we are not. Okay, yeah, I think so. You can. Can you see here? Can you see this from here? Is it visible for everyone? I don't think so. Yeah, this is my first step, second step, third step, and fourth step. It is very small, ना? Visible है? तो देख लो. No. Niranjan, time complexity will be every time it will be the same. Okay, I'll come into that point. You just need to draw this. Do the iteration in the manual way, like the first term, the second term, the third term, and the fourth term. Okay, we need to do it. I guess so. From the first term also, you can figure it out from the second and third. Okay, yes or no? Okay, okay. So please try to do it. Start now. Yes, array will be this, like this. Okay, so please try to do it now. And tell me how many operations or how many iterations you performed. Okay, can anyone say that in the previous question how many iterations we did? In the previous array problem, how many iterations we did? So in this particular array, how many iterations you did? Okay, okay, I'll say, apart from Nilu, everyone is wrong. Okay, as I can say the recent comments, everyone except Nilu and Joseph, everyone is wrong. If you have answered apart from 4, you are wrong. Do you remember? I told you that we are right now doing the basic bubble sort. It does not know when to stop. Okay, irrespective of what your array sorted after second or third iteration, you have to perform the fourth iteration. And there are some advanced techniques to stop that particular unnecessary iteration, but that we will learn today only, but in the later part, okay, in the second half, or in the like later in the like just after 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, but for now it will perform four iteration because your algorithm does not know when to stop. It's similar to like your car, you know, if you are driving your car, then you have to press the brake button. It does not know that your destination has arrived. Yes or no? Yes, Aishwarya, for basic bubble sort it will be always n minus 1. Okay, now let me do it for the rest of the people, and I'll keep my fonts like a little bit. Just a second. This is my first iteration I'm doing right now. I'll compare i'll compare so see, this is my 5 1 4 2 8. So basically what I'll do, I'll compare this 5 with this one. Okay, it will be like swap can happen, right? Swap can happen, yes or no? So I'll, my array would be what? It will be nothing but 1 5 4 2 8. In the second iteration, I'll compare this. It will again do the swap. 1 4 5 2 8. Now again it will compare this to this. Swap can happen, yes or no? 1 4 2 5 8. Yes or no? It will be, it will be done like this now. Now here also it will compare, it will go and compare because this is not part of my bubble right now, है ना? So it will compare, and swap will not happen since my 5 is lesser than 8. Can I say that? Yes or no? Can I say that? So can I say that after my first iteration I got my biggest term in my last index? Can I say that it is up, it is performing up to our expectation till now? Yes or no? है ना? Okay, so let's go with the second iteration. In my second iteration, my array was this, right? That's what 1 4 2 5 and 8, है ना? So I'll write that 1 4 2 5 8. Okay, okay. Now what I'll do, I'll do the same thing what I did previously. I'll compare this. Did like, do my swap will occur in this particular operation? Do I need to swap? Everyone, do I need to swap here? No, right? Swap will not happen. So in the second term, in the second thing, 1 4 2 5 and 8, I'll compare this. Can my swap will happen? Yes, it will be. Okay, 2 4 5 and 8. Okay, right? So now I'll again go and compare this. Can my swap will happen here? No, it will not. Okay, okay. So I'll move to the third thing, third iteration. In that I'll have the same array 1 2 4 5 8. Now see people, that after your second iteration you got your answer, yes or no? You got your answer, you know? But you still have to, like, your algorithm based on current condition, it will still go and compare this. So it will again go and compare this. Do you need to swap here? Do you require swap here? No. So it will again go and compare this. Do you need to swap here? Do you require swapping? No, you don't. You know? Now in the fourth iteration, you have the same array 5 8, and it will just compare with the first two. Do you need swapping? No, no. So this will be your answer. Correct? है? Correct? है? ठीक है? Perfect. Now since you, every one of you must be thinking that no, I'll again repeat that thing for your clarifying thing. Yeah, this is my basic bubble sort algorithm, so it does not know when to stop. You have to tell it. We will implement the same, and that is known as the optimized bubble sort. Okay, now I'll write the pseudocode for the basic bubble sort, and I will expect everyone to write a logic for the same, and then I will try to explain. Will it be fine? Will it be fine, people? So swap हो या ना हो, लास्ट तक कंपेयर करना ही पड़ेगा. Yes, because in the basic bubble sort you have to do it, but if you want to restrict it, it will be known as your optimized bubble sort. We will implement after this. Okay. Nilanjan, did I answer your question as well? Can you explain one more time why only up to n minus one time? Okay. Okay. So, what's that? Nishant. Nishant, do you think that after this we need to, like, we have any element to compare? Because if this is my sorted element, these are my sorted elements. Like I'm telling about this. These are my sorted elements. So why you need the fifth step? There is no need of fifth step now, because these are already been sorted. So can I say that for n elements, if I sort n minus one element only, my job is done? Okay, Nishant? Okay. Now what I told that I will write the pseudocode for everything I have just explained. Okay. You have to write the code for that, and if you are failing to do so, I will write and I'll explain. Will it be fine? Okay, Ravina, we can compare also in third iteration. What do you mean by that? In third iteration? Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, Ravina, I think so. Okay? Can you unmute yourself? I guess so. I need to explain this very detailed because everyone will need this comparison, will need this explanation. Ravina, please raise your hand. Okay. Yes, please try to say what you were speaking. Am I audible? Am I audible, Ravina? Hello.
Hello? Hello?
Just a second. Just a second. I think so. I have disconnected this. Just a minute. Hold on a minute for a minute. Okay. Am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Please try to say what you want me to say.
सर जैसे लास्ट इटरेशन पे मतलब सॉरी लास्ट क्वेश्चन पे हमने फोर्थ इटरेशन पे हमने जो आउटपुट मिला था तो हमने कंपेयर नहीं किया था मतलब वो कंपेयर करने के बाद फिफ्थ पे नहीं गए तो यहाँ पर थर्ड पे हमने कंपैरिजन मतलब कंपेयर कर लिया सारे एलिमेंट तो फिर फोर्थ
ठीक.
पे वापस से फिर वही
Okay.
कंपेयर
I'll
करेंगे
answer that.
समझ में नहीं
I'll
आया
answer that. See, on after end of this first iteration, this is my bubble. Can I say?
हाँ यस सर
After the second, this will be my bubble.
यस सर
Okay. After this, can I say this will be my bubble?
यस सर
And after fourth, can I say this will be my bubble?
ओके सर समझ
Got it?
गए यस सर गॉट इट
Okay. That is why I mute you, because I think so every one of you will need this.
ओके थैंक
Cool.
यू सर
Okay. Okay. Now can we start with the pseudocode? Everyone is clear till this particular point? Any single point of doubt? Because I'll need honest attempt of yourself to try the code by my pseudocode. I'll explain the logic also. Okay? Okay. So now in that, what I will write in my pseudocode, that see, let me think in an easier way. Okay. So yeah, can I say that first of all I need to iterate. First of all, I need to iterate my array with n minus one time, because this is my array of 5 elements. I'll just iterate for 4 n minus 1 times only. I'll not iterate for 5 times, because anyway my fifth element will be the sorted one. I do not need to go there. This thing will be clear to all of you. Why we need n minus 1? Clear hai? Everyone? Okay. Now after iterating n minus 1 time, what we will do, inside that we will have a for loop. Okay, in that particular for loop, can I say that in my this for loop, in my first iteration of my for loop, it will run for n minus 1 times. In the second time it will run for n minus 2 times, है ना? अरे यही तो कर रहे थे हम लोग. लाइक फर्स्ट टाइम में n minus 1 दैट इज व्हाट 4. सेकंड टाइम में या यहाँ पर हम लोग 4 टाइम ऑपरेशन किया, यहाँ पे हमने 3 टाइम किया. Here we did for 2 time, here we did just for 1 time. Now compare that with your n is equals to 5, है ना? So for 5, can I say here I did how many times 5 minus 1 time? That is what my n minus 1 time. Here I did what 5 minus 2 times, that is what n minus 2 times. Similar to in all of them, n minus 3 and n minus 4. Yes or no? So can I say that in my first thing and first iteration I need to do f for n minus 1, second for n minus 2, third for n minus 3. Yes or no? This thing would be continue. And can I say that okay, yeah. So yeah, another thing that you need to know here, that can I say that for I is equals to 0, I will have n minus 1, or else like n minus 1 time my loop will run. For I equals to 1, n minus 2 it will run. For I equals to 3, n minus 3 it will run. Now you are getting this. Okay. Another thing, can I say that, see, how many times we try to swap? How many times here we try to swap? Here we compare and try to swap 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, 4 time. Here 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, 1 time, 2 time, and 1 time. Can I say that also? है ना? Right? Okay. So making this into your mind that you need to inject a logic for that, such that your for loop will run that many times, and here you just need to compare the adjacent elements. You know? Can I say that? Okay. So what I mean to say is, in this particular for loop, what you need to do here is, what you need to do basically here is, you need to just compare the adjacent elements. That does mean that if your array of I is greater than array of I plus 1, you need to do what? Swap. Yes or no? And now this is what we did. See here, my 5 was greater than 1, so I did the swap. If it's not, then we do not swap. Basically, basic is clear, na? Like logic is very simple. Okay. So now make them write a code. Okay. Okay, I'll make you to write a code now. कर पाओगे? Okay, one more hint that I'll do. I'll no, I'll give you. Okay, can I say that for this I is equals to 0, we did for n minus 1. Okay, right. So can I say that, just a minute, let me think, n minus, okay, okay, just a minute, I'm thinking some easy thing for you. हाँ हाँ ठीक है. So can I say in this your bubble sort, see, if I have I is equals to 0, I do basically n minus 1 swaps. Okay, that is बच्चे बच्चे को पता है right now, है ना? ठीक है. Now can I say it is for n equals to 5, it is nothing but my 4. For I equals to 1, it will be doing for n minus 2 swaps, which will be nothing but my 3. For I is equals to 2, it will be nothing but n minus 3 swaps, and it will be 5 minus 2 is what? 3. Okay, it will be here, it will be, okay. This is what you need to do. Yes or no? This is what you need to do, people. Yes or no, people? Everyone. This is what is required. So ये आउटर लूप के लिए तो आप लोग कर लोगे, राइट? सी, आपका जो फर्स्ट फॉर लूप होगा ना, वो आई इज इक्वल टू 0 से n-1 टाइम तक चलेगा, ये तो आप लोग कर लोगे, बट ये कैसे मेंटेन करोगे? 4, 3 and 2, this how we will maintain. For I is equal to 0, it should run for 4 times. For I equals to 1, it will run for 3 times. For 2, it will be run for 2 times. Do you see any similarities between all of them? Do you see any similarities between all of them? Am I audible now? For everyone, it is not audible. Okay. Okay. So what I told you just now is, can I say that for n-1 टाइम तो आप लोग लूप चला लोगे, बट ये इनर लूप भी होगा ना आपका, so this should run how many times? It should run, if your I equal to 0, then it should run for 4 times, है ना? This should run for 4 times. For I equals to 1 के लिए it should run for 3 times. For 2 के लिए it should run for 2 times. Can you see any similarity between all of them? Can I say it is nothing but uh, my phi minus 1 minus 0? This is nothing but, this 3 is nothing but what? Phi minus 3 minus 1. है ना? Not phi minus 3, it is phi minus 1. Phi minus 1 minus 1. It is nothing but what? My phi minus 1 minus 2. Can I say everyone? है ना? Yes. Hariharan is perfectly right here. So can I say it is generically, it is running for n minus 1 minus I times? Yes or no? Your inner loop. Okay. So it should run here how many times? N minus 1 minus I times. Am I clear? Okay. So you have to use the formula of n minus 1 minus I. Okay. I gave you like a lot of hint here. I'm expecting you to at least try to solve by your own now. You know, not everything, but just little bit code. Now I'll give you some 10 minutes to think and write. Okay, I'll give you 5 to 7 minutes or 10 minutes max to max. Then after we will be progressing to the coding thing. Okay, and after I should also explain you about the optimized bubble sort. Yes or no? Okay. So yeah, okay. Do one thing. Like we will also take break, and meanwhile you can also try it if you have some time. After break also I'll give you some time to think on it. चलेगा? Correct है? Question clear है सबको? Right? Okay. चलो. So on that note, we will take break till 9:45. Okay. चलो. And do you need to see my screen or should I turn off? Okay, do one thing. After like go into the break, think calmly, and then after you come back from the break, I'll share my screen again. Then after you will think about it. Okay. Okay, I'll share my screen also. Okay, perfectly. No worries on that also. Okay. Am I audible? Okay. ठीक है. So now you have to think about the solution and you have to implement based on that. Okay, so I will give you some time to implement that. It's like exactly 9:45 right now. I'll give you 5 to 10 minutes to think upon it and to implement it both. Okay, make sense? Okay, everyone. I have, okay, reward the pseudo page. Okay, yeah, this page. But apart, like on comparatively this and this, it will be giving you like better idea what you need to do. But if you want to see this, I am not having any problem. Yeah, implement that. Ekta, why in Java? You need to do in JavaScript. For everyone else, please tell me the status. What is that? Working or thinking on it? What is the status? Okay, I can see many comments that are done. Anyone who is still trying, I can just see max to max 10 or 15 comments. What about everyone else? Guys, please post status. Otherwise, I'll randomly ask anyone what is the status, and I'll ask them to unmute. And I have a track of name. Okay, those who are participating and those who aren't. Guys, tell me the status. What is the status? Trying, completed, or given up? This is for everyone of this class. Okay. Yes, yes. You are free to do. Okay, fine. Okay. Please do it. I'm allowing you some time. Okay, no worries on it. Okay. Rest of the guys also, please try it. I'm giving you some more time. Then after we'll start with the coding part. Let me grab the water till that time. guys, those who have done those who have completely done this particular code, I can say this is nothing like, this is not less than a milestone for you all. Okay, because you thought about it, you implement your thoughts in the code, so this is nothing but the milestone of it. Okay, if you have achieved the proper output, and if you have coded it, I can say that's very good, you are progressing. Okay, you are on right path. Cool. Okay. Okay, so on that note, let me start with it. Okay, now I'll I will code. I'll start code now. Now let me go in my VS Code. It is bubble sort. Bubble sort dot yes. Now let me share it. Let me share my screen. Let me know once it is visible for everyone. Is it visible? My screen is visible for everyone. Okay, so see what our main goal was. Okay, what our main goal was that to implement a bubble sort. For that, we also thought about something. Okay, so let's say I'll create my function bubble sort. Inside that, I'll take my array. Fine. I'll take the length of it. Array dot length. After that, I will do it. I'll initialize a loop that I is equals to 0. I should be less than n I plus plus, and here I can do mm, let j is equals to 0, and we thought about the condition, you remember, that was like n minus 1 minus I, right? N minus 1 minus I. Okay, let me do proper spacing. I have to install something for spacing. uh, N minus 1 minus I and j plus plus. This is what your inner loops condition will look like if your array of I is greater than your array of I plus 1. Basically, it is indicating that your element is greater than your second element. Okay, your first element is greater than your second element. So in that particular case, what you need to do, you just directly need to swap. Now, for swapping purpose in the array, we saw in arrays class that you can also do swapping in the lesser number of coding style. It is nothing but array of I, comma, array of I plus 1, 1, and it will be equals to uh, array of I plus 1, comma, array of I. This will be your swapping thing. Yes or no? We remember we do that, we did that, yes or no? No? So Joseph, here you can apply anything like n or n minus anything. Okay, you can try on both of the ways. Fine. Now, after that, we need to do what? Return our array. Cool. Okay. Now let me console it out. Let me console log dot log. Let me try to run this bubble sort. Inside this, we will pass an array 5, 1, 4, 2, and 8. Okay. Just a second. I think so. Here it should be j, right? It's not I. It should be j here in this particular point. So it will be the j. Here it should be also j. Okay. Now let me try to run this out quickly. Okay. So it is what it is printing 15248. It is wrong, right? So let me think about it. What's wrong here? Yeah, here it should be also the j. Okay. It should also be the j. Now I'll clear this out. 1 2 4 5 8. Now people see my array has been sorted, but if you want to see the inner steps also na, so you can see like this console.log, and I'll print array for every time, and I will remove the console.log from here. So you will see the each and every steps what's happening inside of it. Okay, let me clear it out. See, for the first step, my 8 will be my the greatest element. Then after this 5 will came here. Then after my 4, then after 2, then after 1. Or else if I show you the original array that we have discussed, in that you will have a proper idea. Let's say in that what we have taken, let me see the same value we will take. Okay, yeah, we'll take some other values also, like 8 6 4 4. Then we'll have 0 and 2. Okay, in this you will see the proper thing. See, first of all what it did, 8 will be gone from the first step to the last step. Then after 6 will go here. Then after 4, then after 2, then after 0. So can you see it is like forming a bubble pattern? Yes or no, people? Anna, everyone, right? It is forming a my bubble pattern. Okay, that is why it is calling a bubble sort. Okay, now if you have seen here, if you have seen here for my previous scenario, like this, okay, if I run this again, if you see here that after this particular this step, my array is same, है ना? For this 3 steps my array is same. Yes or no? Right? So for these 3 steps I do not require any kind of logic, and I have to stop after this, yes or no. So this 3 iteration could have been saved. Okay, that is what it is called as optimized bubble sort. We'll implement after this. Okay, it is not optimized. Yes, it is not optimized. So see, this is my full code if you want to see it. So people see this for 2 to 3 minutes, try to digest it, and try to implement it on your own in your computer or your browser. Okay, I'm giving you 5 minutes for everything. It's exactly 10 p.m. right now. We will be starting with 10:05. Okay, will it be okay? Then after we will discuss about the optimized bubble sort, and after we'll start the selection sort. Okay, everyone. So please try to do it on your own. Apart from that, you will not, like right now if I am doing, you will not understand. You will understand, but you will not understand in a later time. Okay, that is why I am insisting you everyone to implement it on your own right now without looking on it. Don't look at the code. Okay, Deepak, yeah, you have to, like Nilanjan, you have to implement it on your own in your complete notebook or in your computer, okay, in 5 minutes without looking on this code. Okay, till then I'll be solving Deepak's route. Deepak is saying if I'm not doing, yeah, Deepak, see what you are doing. See, if you are doing this now, right, and if you are running the code now, see, it will be also basically giving you the output. Okay, and if you do here like -1, cool. So if you see the inner steps of it, if you see the inner steps of it, let me console it here also. Let's say if I do like this, let count is equals to 0, count plus plus, and after this we'll also print a counter, console.log count. Okay, see, for this what is the count? See, for the first time, it will be running for 4 times, then after 7, then after 9. But every time my count should be also initialized to 0. So I'll put this not here, here. So every time it will do its job, and this counter will be printed here. Okay. Now I think so it will print. Okay, 1 2 6 हाँ ठीक है C. For the first iteration, how many times it printed? 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 1 2 and 1 है ना. Now if I remove this one, let's see how what happens. Okay, see, my first thing ran for 5 times. Deepak, can you see in your approach, your one iteration is more, you know, for the same output. So it is not proper. Can I say? See, my requirement is to run my loop for 4 times. Now, if you run that particular loop for 40 times also, it will give you the same output. But for from the 4 to 40, there is requiring a lot of space or end the time. Can you see that, Deepak? Did I answer your question? Got it? Okay. By the way, you have to also play like this. Okay, you have to play with your approach or any approach like this. That's completely fine. Okay, Nishant, can you unmute yourself? Why we are using the inner loop? Okay, why we are using the inner loop? Can I say that for every loops, for every iteration, we were doing the no 4 step. For the first iteration, we were doing 4 step. For the second iteration, we did the 3 steps. Can I say, Nishant? है ना? So can I say for iterations I'm doing, like for first iteration I'm doing 4 iteration, है ना? So it is what nested thing, yes or no? है ना? That is why we are doing it. Okay. I will get rid of this. Okay, so Joseph, you remember the concept of destructuring in array and objects? That is why I keep repeating myself that please do revise the concept. Otherwise, it will be much difficult for you in data time. Okay, Joseph, you remember we use the destructuring concept. What is destructuring concept? Everyone, you remember in your batch? I think so. We did that. I'm pretty much sure we did that. We did now. Okay, yeah, Hariharan. Okay, Hariharan is asking to do like this. You can also do that. Just a second. Okay, it's the same. Okay, we did now. Okay, so in that destructuring concept, what was that? Let me tell you. But see, I'll keep repeating again and again the same thing. Please do revise the thing, otherwise you will be lost. Okay. Now, suppose I have my object like this, obj equals to name Joseph and age 15. Now let's suppose that I just need the name in some other file or in this file only. You know? So instead of doing this object node name, what I need to do, I just initialize this name variable. Inside that, what I need to do, I just do like this, and this will be my obj. So what does it indicate? That from this obj property, fetch the name property and assign back to here. This we did for objects. Yes or no? Yes or no? No, Dipanshu, it will run for the same. Check that. Okay? Check it. How many time it will run. Now, can I say for the arrays also it will be the same? Like for array, we have like 10, 15, 20. So in that also we use the destructuring concept. So basically, if you want to swap 2 elements now, you will use the same. Like if you want to swap this 10 and 15, you will basically will intend to like write something like this. Okay. So the whenever my 15 value will be copied in this, 10 value will be copied in this. Not exactly like this, but we are following the same thing here. Okay. For the better thing, please refer and please revise the concept of that class. Now, so yeah, Ritik, why we are using that array of j less than array of j plus 1? It should be greater than. In that case, only we will swap. Yes or no? Okay. Now, since we did that, now let me tell you the another thing in the open board. Huh. So we discussed this. Now, any doubt in this particular point? Till this particular point, any sorts of doubt? Do you have any doubt? Anyone? Okay. Okay. Where is Dipanshu? Ekta, do you have any doubt here? Priyanshu, Deepak? Yes, Dipanshu, please ask. Yes, yes, you can. I'll unmute you. Please raise your hand. Okay, fine. Chalo. I'll share the code. I think you must have doubt in the code, right? Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible. Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, you're audible.
So, sir, I was observing this Hariharan's case. Like, I saw that in Hariharan's case, our code was running for uh,
Which case? I forgot.
like
Which
where we
which
put
case?
n is greater than n minus one. This line
N
number,
greater than line number
and,
3.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Ha ha
And
ha. Okay, 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 okay.
here I saw that if we are putting this number, the number of steps we are taking is getting lesser. Like,
Yes,
like it,
yes, perfect.
it
Ha
thinks
ha
it
ha.
thinks it thinks it's better than the scenario we did.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, yes. It is better. Like if you do this I less than n, it is better than n minus 1 is better than the previous one. It is
And,
better.
and what
You are
about
right.
sir, putting it as n minus 2? Because I also found that it's working fine for my scenario where I
For n minus
started.
2.
Yeah,
Okay. Let's see. For n minus 2, what does it take? Uh,
it
okay.
will take 4 steps,
Da-da-da-da. Okay.
and the answer
For
will
n
be
minus 2, how come it will take 4 steps? For
like
n
I.
equals to 5, let's say my size is 5, right? So it
Yes.
should run for I less than 5 minus 2, that is 3. 0, 1, and 2, that is only 3 times.
So I just ran this
No,
count
but
in
I'm
every
seeing the
loop.
practical. Na? See, my n is equals to right now my 5, right? So can I say that it will be run for 0, 1, and 2 only, not 3,
Yes, sir.
right? Okay, and this will group will run how many times? 5 minus 1, it is 4. 4, first of all it will run for 4 times, then after it will run for 3 times, then 2, then 1. Yes or no? Like
Yes, sir.
this, you know?
Yes. Like
Correct?
it's little complex. Could you please repeat it again, sir?
Oh yeah, sure. See, you said that if I am doing n minus 2 only, my loop will run for 4 times. Yes or no? Let me
Yes,
show
yes.
you. Let me show you the same. If I have count equals to 0, count plus plus, console dot log.
Shouldn't we put count inside the outer loop?
Inside the outer loop like this is my inner loop, right? So I'm putting into the outer loop only. This
Okay.
is just for your understanding purpose to like in which step my array will be what. No? So you can omit that if you don't. Basically it will become here. If you just want one output, it will become here. But if you want to see every step's output, you will put inside the loop. Am I clear?
Yeah, yes, sir. Clear.
So here, let's put the count. Let's see. See, it's run for 3 times now. 1, 2, 3 only. Now,
Okay.
see on this numbers you are getting correct output because after third step there is no other swapping gets happening. Right? If you change this particular thing to some other thing, let's say for an example we took the same example, right? Let's say 8, 6, 4. Then we had what 0 and 2. Right? We did that. So if you
Okay.
see in this case, see in this step also in this case also it is completing the things on the same number of steps, right? है ना?
Correct, sir.
सपोज मान लो यहाँ पे आपका 2 है, यहाँ पे 0 है, then see what is the case. It is showing me wrong output, है ना? One step is still remaining,
Yes, sir. Okay.
right? So this is your case.
Okay,
ठीक
sir.
है?
Now I
Now
got
if you
this.
do here 1,
Then it will be fine.
yeah, because the fourth step will be run here. Correct है?
Correct, sir. So like
ठीक है?
putting n
Okay.
minus one is better decision to pick, like either putting the.
Yes, 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 yes. It's better.
Okay.
है ना?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Got it. Thank you, sir.
Okay, yeah, thanks. Okay, so we will quickly go to the open board. My screen is visible to everyone. And is there any sorts of doubt now? Is it clear? So you have to debug that. Like you see how I debug, like putting the count. This is another way to debug your code also. You have to also put the consoles. Correct? Hai? Fine. Okay. So by asking these questions also you will learn something new. Yes or no? Okay. And yes, for this week's doubt class we'll be having on Sunday, right? So for every Sunday we have doubt class, but for this Sunday I am planning to revise, and like it will be like a revision class also, doubt class also, and we'll also do some problem solving. So it will be the mixture of that. So please be prepared, because I am gonna tell you a lot of things in that particular class, and it will be also important one. Okay? If possible, we'll omit this revision because many of you guys are not attending the doubt class, but we'll solve your doubts and problem solving. चलेगा? ठीक है? Uh, yeah, that's okay. That's why I told that I'll not take the revision on that particular class. But see, for today's class and for tomorrow's class, for today's and for tomorrow's class, I have to tell you a lot of things. Okay, so we will not worry about the time at all. We will worry about the concept, whether you have understood or not. No, this is what is required. Okay, this is like Friday and Saturday only. चलेगा? ठीक है? Okay. So Nishant, there is no definition of this. See, this everything we have learned, na, it is part of algorithm. Na? Oh, it stopped. Just a minute. I'm sharing it once again. Da, 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 da. Oh shit. Oh shit, yeah. I think so. Today is 24th. Yes, yes, we have it. I thought that I lost the backup. No, it's that. Fine. I think I should have used Mac only because programs are not running efficiently here. Anyway, so what I was trying to say that on today's class and for tomorrow's class, we will be learning a lot of things in terms of algorithms. And for algorithm, there is no such thing called as no definition, because this is not a concept. This is a mixture of concepts. Okay, this is a logic building things. So in that, we will not have definition in that. And if you want to remember by its name, now you have to just see here. See what we did, what we saw here, that in algorithms, okay, in algorithm, this is your class. In this bubble, it will come to the topmost surface. Similar to this, once we form bubble on this, after your first iteration, you will be having the largest element here, second largest, third largest, like this, it will form a bubble. Okay, it is something called as bubble sort. Cool. Okay, chalo. Anyway, I was discussing about the flaw of it. Okay, I was discussing about the flaw of it. Let's say, can I say that? Okay, yeah. One thing is missing. So in the bubble sort, we are bubbling up the elements in the end. So the entire element is sorted. This is what my bubble sort is. Now this code doesn't loops back. Whatever we have printed, whatever we have coded now, this code will doesn't loop back. It does not know when to stop. Right? Once the array will be sorted, so we will add some logic for the same to make this even better. But first implement it. Now no matter what, if your array is sorted, already sorted, no matter what, if your array is half sorted, no matter what your array is not sorted at all, every time, can I say, for n inputs it will be taking n minus 1 steps only. If your array is sorted also, if your array is average, like no, it's half sorted also, and if your array is not sorted at all also, in all these three things it will take n minus 1 computer steps. Can I say that, people? Are you agreeing with me? Joseph, that is what I'm telling now. That suppose मान लो कि your array is sorted, okay, your entire array is sorted, then also it will take n minus 1 step. Your array is not sorted at all, in that case also, people, it will take n minus 1 step. And if suppose मान लो कि if your array is half sorted, then looking into your code, can you see any break condition over there? So can I say in every cases it will take n minus 1 computer steps? Yes or no? Right? So can I say that for everything, for every this thing, it will take the same complexity, which will be my order of n square that we have already looked upon? Yes or no? For my best case also, for my worst case also, and for my average case, these three things will take same complexity here, which will be order of n square. Now you see, for every cases, like for every best case, it will not be order of 1. This is the best example of it. Did I, like I told you na in that class, that we will learn something in future? In that I'll tell you that in best case, not every best case would be the order of 1. Some of them also the same as worst and average. Cool. Nilanjan, can you tell me that suppose if this is an array, let's say if I have 4, 5, then 0, 1, 2. Now can I say this both element are not sorted? This element are sorted. So half of element are sorted, half of not. So in that scenario also it will take n minus 1 steps now. Nilanjan, correct? Hai? So for every cases it will be the same. Okay? That is why it is taking the same complexity of order of n square here. Cool. Now, keeping this in mind, I also told you that it is not an efficient way to have it. Okay, so you also, I have also no told you that this three operation that we have taken on, that is not making any sense. Some of the values, for some of the values we are getting our desired output after second iteration only, but then after we are keep going on and on and on till the time it is not over. It is not a better way. So is there some way that my code becomes very smart, that whenever it sees the array is already sorted, somehow it can see that the array is already sorted, and it does not do anything after that? Can I say? Okay, this is my use case for now, right? Everyone, you got what I just said? Should I repeat? Everyone, guys, please answer. It is a highly important thing. Okay, so Nilanjan, everyone, please, try to focus, because I'm teaching a lot of extremely important concept that will be your base. Okay, so do not lose your focus. See, I told that uh, this is a valid argument that, sir, after my second iteration or my third iteration, my array is sorted. So why the hell I'm still uselessly doing all the other iteration? Yes or no? So is there some way that my code becomes very smart, that whenever it sees that my array is already sorted, so somehow it can see that the array is already sorted, and it does not do anything after that. So it will not basically do any steps after the sorting thing. Okay, so it will not perform the third, fourth, and fifth iteration. So this is what my use case now. Can I say? Am I clear with the use case? Everyone clear? Now, so keeping that thing in mind, can I say that for this example, for just a second, which example were that? Yeah, for this example, okay, we had this example, yes or no? Now for this example, for the second step, yeah, for this particular step, it it has to support, like it has to do three swapping. It has to check for three swapping, है ना? First it has to check this, it has to suppose check this, it has to check this, but out of the three, two did not happen, है ना? Two did not happen, one happened. Can I say? Right? Now, in my third iteration, it was supposed to happen two swapping, but it does not do any swapping at all. Can I say that? Can I say that? Nishan, basically what I'm asking that, see, in my first iteration, it has to check for 4 times, can I say? And it has to swap for 4 times. Yes or no? Right. For the second thing, it has to swap for 3 times, but it is just swapping for 1 time only here. You know? For this and this, it does not do any swapping at all. So for out of three, two happened, one did not. Sorry, two did not, one happened. For the third iteration, after the two, okay, any iteration did not happen. So every iteration got rejected. Can I say that? You know, right? So can I say that once I am getting that every iteration I had to suppose I had to do, it is rejecting. So my array is already sorted. So in that, so basically I'm repeating myself again. That in the second step, one happened and two did not out of three. You know, in the third one, there were possibilities of two swaps, but no swap happened at all. So with this logic, can I conclude the idea that in any iteration, no swaps happen, then can I say that array is already been sorted? The reason behind that is the array is already sorted. That is why my array did not did any swap. You know? So for every iteration, we will make a variable and we will change the code whatever we had. Can I say to implement the optimized solution of bubble sort? Right? Agree? Everyone? Okay? Now, see for that, what I basically need to do that I will just for every iteration we will make a variable is swapped. Now, let me show my screen. Let me show my screen. Just a second. Let me know once you can see it. Are you able to see that? Okay. Now, for this, what changes I will make? That first of all, I need to get rid of this, and this. Okay, this was basically for debugging purpose. Now, what I need to do is that I'll first create a variable which is swapped. Let's say I'll create inside that a variable where is swapped is equals to false. Cool. Okay. Now, what I need to do is after the swapping, if my in my inner loop, if any swap is happening, na, so basically it has to go here. It has to go here in order to swap, yes or no? है ना? If I want to do any swapping thing, I have to go here. So if I go here after the swapping, what I do, I just toggle this variable as true. Okay? है ना? And after coming out of the loop, I will be just checking that if my array is not swapped, okay, so I'll break. Okay, can I say that, people? Yes or no? So Suraj, what I'm telling here is that if my swapping is not at all happened, no, if my swapping is at all not happened, so after this particular loop, I'll get is swapped as it is false, because if my swap happened, then I will get as true, right? You know? So after coming out of the loop, I'm just checking that if my is swapped is true or false. Okay, if it's happened, then this will not no executed. You know? If you don't understand this scenario, this syntax, then you can also do like this. False. It has to be true if it is swapped. You know? If it's not, then I tend to just break because my array is already sorted. But I'll recommend don't use this. Use this. Okay. Cool. Now for this, let me run this. See, it is doing 4 iteration, but for the same thing what we had discussed earlier, like I forgot the values of it. Just let me see what was the values for that. Yeah, it was something like this, right? The same thing in our notes. 5 4 5 1 4 2. Then after we'll have 8. Okay, can you see it has stopped after 2 iterations only. Before it was making another iteration, another extra iterations. Correct, correct है, ठीक है. So you need to use your brain also, है ना. After, like, everyone, everything will not told by anyone, है ना. In interview, maybe interviewer is so smart that he will tweak this particular bubble sort in some way. So you have to think what the changes you need to make in this. Okay, right? On the basis of that, your algorithm will run. So this is what my example of optimized bubble sort. Okay, okay. Now I think so everyone got this particular thing. No, I need not to explain it now. Okay, so yeah, for so talking about its complexity, then okay, first of all, let me let me tell you that it is very optimized way of getting it. Okay, so now after doing the selection sort, we'll together see the complexity of this. Okay, so now let me move quickly to the selection sort. So am I audible now? Am I audible now? Aradhya, please refresh your page. I think so there is some loose contact or some loose internet on your side. So can I start with the selection sort now if everyone is clear? Optimized bubble sort is clear. It's very easy. है ना? Correct है? ठीक है? So now on that particular note, let us start with the second part of today, that is selection sort. So now what does it see? It is very simple thing. Okay, it is also very simple thing as just like bubble sort. Okay, see, basically what it says that suppose man lo if I have many unsorted array, if I have any unsorted array such as, let me give you now, 8 6 2 4 0, like this if I have. Okay, so see what bubble sort was doing. Bubble sort is bubbling up the elements towards the end of the array, है ना. So selection, what selection of sort is doing? Selection sort is selecting the right element and putting up in the correct position. Okay, right. So if I just write, then it will be the golden words. When you see it after like 1 or 2 months, it will be very helpful to you. Okay, selection sort will basically selecting the right element and putting it in correct position. Okay, this is what it is doing. So can I say that single element is always sorted? If I have just this, let's say if I have just this, so can I say it is already sorted na? Single element में आप क्या करोगे? It's already sorted. Yes or no? Right. So in selection sort, we like yeah. Another thing is that in selection sort, we don't do a lot of swapping. In bubble sort, we did a lot of swapping in every iteration, you know. So here we'll just do less bubbling, like less swapping. I can say like for every iteration, just one swapping will be there. So what you do is first you scan through entire list. We pick the smallest and pick at the front. So let's say if I have this example, for an example, मान लो कि I have as my array like this 4 3 2 7 or like anything like this, like 0 and 5. Okay, now in this particular array, which is the smallest element right now? 0. Right, this is my first element, which is the smallest element right now? 0, right? So I just need to swap both of them. Okay, so it will give me 0 3 2 7 4 5 like this. So I pick the right element, I swap the with my current element. Okay, this is what is needed. So once you find the index of the smallest element, then you simply do the swap. Okay, once you find the index of the smallest element, then you just quickly need to swap only. Okay, so after first one, which is the second smallest one after 2? Which is the smallest second one? Now after first iteration, now what? Which is my second most smallest element now? So now let's say I have done with this. Okay, now my current element this is this 2, right? 2 है? Yes or no? No? So I will just swap both of them. So it will be what? 0, 2, 3, 7, 4, 5. And my selection will be like this. So can I say this is nothing but my sorted region? This is my unsorted region. So my sorted region will increase, unsorted region will be decreasing. Can I say that? So you have to see this kind of things as well. You have to be like I can say what attentive while solving your problems. Okay, you have to be lot of you have to see a lot of imaginary things. So this is nothing but what my imaginary boundary. Also I can say that there are many names. Okay, there are also called as like boundary or imaginary boundary, like this is also one of the name of this. Okay, now this is my current element. Now which is the smallest element now? 3 only, 3 only, right? 3 will be swapped with itself. So 0, 2, 3, 7, 4, 5. This will be my region. This will be my sorted region. This will be my unsorted region. So can you see here again that my sorted region is expanding? Unsorted one is becoming what? Smaller. Correct? Now my current element is what? 7. Right? Okay. So now can you see? Can you see which is the smallest now? Which is smallest now? 4. Okay, so we'll swap with that. So my element would be what? 0, 2, 3, 4, 7, and 5. And my region will become this. Okay, okay, okay. Now after that I will again I'll again see this is my current element, which is smallest one, 5, and so I'll again swap both of them, and this will be the answer of it. Cool. Okay. Okay. So should I do one more iteration? Like see, after this iteration, my current element was this. Okay. Okay. So should I make one more iteration on it? Do I require that? No, right? So there is no requirement of that particular iteration. Okay. So no, right? So because like single element is already sorted, that is why we don't require that. So can I say again here that for size n, I will require n minus 1 iteration? Can I say this? Everyone, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for element of 6. Okay, we did 5 operation. Yes or no? Correct? Okay. So now, if I have to just write it in no in the like sweetest term, then what we did? Okay, what we did first of all, we did that find the minimum element, find the minimum element of the unsorted region. We did the first of all we did find the smallest element or minimum element from our unsorted region. That is what we did. The second thing, what we did, we swap the minimum and like the leftmost or the current element, leftmost element in unsorted array or region. This is what we did. Like suppose I had this 0, 2, then I had 5, 3, and I had 2. This is what my sorted region. This is what my unsorted region. So can I say this 2 will be swapped with the first thing of unsorted region? Yes or no? Right? है ना? Okay. So basically this is what my unsorted region. Okay. This is what my unsorted region. Okay. Now then the size of the unsorted region uses to decrement by one. You know, we will decrement, like after swapping we will decrement the size of unsorted region. Yes or no? Yeah. And the every steps which we have seen till now, which it will repeat it with n minus 1 times. Can I say this, people? है ना? Clear है? So how many of you are clear with this? Any doubt in this particular points? Any single point of doubt in this? Clear है सबको? Right? Okay. So now what you need to do here for me is I'll give you some array also, another array. Let's say 8, 6, 4, or else like 2, 4, and 0. Okay. So for this particular thing, for this array, you need to do dry run for this. Okay, as we did earlier. Okay, fine. So why Java didn't build function for this kind of sorting? I mean, okay. So Nishant, JavaScript has, yes. Do you miss that, Aradhya? You need to see the recording of it now. So Nishant, JavaScript has basic sorting feature, not this advanced one. Okay. Okay, I'll show the last page again. This one. Okay. So I'll do one thing. I'll write my array here only. Okay, that is why you will understand it better. 8, 6, 2, 4, 0. This is what my array is. You need to make it dry run on it. Okay. So Aradhya, this is just for you that selection or sort is nothing but what? Selecting right element and swapping it. Okay. So here my smallest element is this. You need to swap it with this. Okay. So my 0 will become here, 4 will come here. Now which is my smallest? This will be my region. Which will be my smallest from here? You need to swap that accordingly till the point of time it will not reach here. Okay. For size n, you will require n minus 1 iteration if you see. Okay. You need to do dry run for this as of now. Everyone should be clear now. Next page is this. But I just need the dry run of it. Okay. So just see how I did dry run of this, and basically you need to do the same for this array. Okay. Parag, am I clear? Yes. Okay. So you have some time. Please do dry run on your own. Please look into it, and then after I also spend, like, I'll also give you some time to see this. Okay, for just 1 to 2 minutes. And if you have any doubt, just let me know. नहीं, बट तब भी वो रन तो होगा ना, तब भी वो रन तो होगा, बट आपका अगर मुझे पता है कि if you got your answer with the 3 steps, then only then also it will run for the 4th time. ठीक है, चलो, everyone should be done by this time. Okay, so now if I want to write the pseudo code of it, if I just want to write the pseudo code for this, let me write it like this. Just a second. So yeah, this was your second step. Okay, this was your second page. Basically this is what is written. I have been explaining you. Just a second. So now, uh, for the code, can I say that first of all I will have like this: I equals to 0, I should be less than n minus 1, and I plus plus. Okay, I will have this for the array. Let's say 2, 4, 6, 0, and 1. This array, this is my array. Fine. Now please see carefully that uh okay, can I say that for this 2, 4, 6, 0, and 1, this will be my I is equals to 0, this will be my I is equals to 1. So for, if my I is equals to 0, then the smallest element will be here only, and if my I is equals to 1, then the smallest element will be placed that there, right? So first we need to find the index where the element is present, correct? You know, first we need to find where the element is present, then we need to do swap only, right? So first of all we need to find the 0 now, that is smallest, then after we can swap it here. Yes or no? How many of you are agreeing with me? Right? So for that what we basically do and what practice we will follow. Okay, so let's say can I say that for every index, for every iteration, what I'll do, I will do, I'll first initialize my minimum index as current one only. So I'll initialize with whatever my I is. So I'll assume that whatever my current index is, it is my minimum as of now. You know? It is my current also, it is my minimum also. Now for j is equals to, I'll start with I plus 1. Okay? I'll start from here only to search which is my minimum, right? Right. I'll stop till my end of the element, j less than n, j plus plus. For this particular entire thing, I'll compare that if my array of j, that means my this element, okay? Because I have started with I plus 1, so my current element will be this, and my I will be pointing to this. This will be my j, right? So I'll start from this element. I'll compare whether my this element is less than that whatever I require. Like current element of my minimum IDX is what is on this index only. This is my minimum only, right? Okay. If this is true, this does mean that I'm finding a smaller element than what I have in my history. Okay. So I'll just update the index of it. Let's say my minimum IDX, it will be j. Okay. Because for this j index, I'm finding that this element is less than what I have. Okay. Okay. So I found my j. I found my minimum index now. You know? Right? Yes or no? Okay. So for this particular minimum index, can I say like this? यार आज दिक्कत बहुत आ रही है, वन नोट नहीं है ना वो हमारा पुराना वाला. I have to do a lot of manual work. ठीक, anyway, so what I need to do here, that I will do 5 2 1 4 6. This is what my array will be. Okay, let's suppose. So what I need to do, first of all I initialize my I is equals to 0 from this. Okay, it will also point to my minimum index. Okay, this will also point to my minimum index, right? And my j will be start from here, no? So my j will basically starts from here, which is what I plus 1, right? Okay, now for like is 2 less than 5, is 2 is less than 5, because I'm checking what array of j less than array of minimum index. So array of 0, this is what my array of 1. So array of 1 is what, 2 less than 5. It is true, people? True or not? True. Okay, so for this case, uh, like can I say like 2 is my smallest element which I found till now? So can I update this minimum index to this? So my minimum index will be updated from 5 to 2, right? Okay, so this will be what my minimum index would be, right? And I will check, I will so I will also increment my j, and I'll also increment my j after I'll find that. So now my j will be this. Okay, now again I'm doing the same process. Whether my 1 is less than 2, whether my 1 is less than 2 people, yes or no, right? Okay, so Hariharan is saying minimum index will be the index value, right? Yes, it is the index value. You can see here is what I, है ना? So if my 1 is less than 2, then can I say that I will point this minimum index from 2 to here, and my j will be pointing not here, it will be point to j plus 1 will be here. Okay, the same thing will be happen here also, right? Whether my 1 is less than 4, sorry, whether my 4 is less than 1, it is not small, right? So it will not execute. For this case also it will not execute. So my minimum index is what? 1, right? So for the case of 5, we need to swap 5 with 1. How many of you are with me right now? Dipanshu, my minimum index is I is equal to 0 for the first initial case only. You remember I told you that I is pointing to here, minimum index is also pointing to here. Then after we are checking this now, whether my first and my j is pointing to j plus 1, I plus 1, right? So I'm checking whether my array of j is what? 2 is less than minimum index, array of minimum index is what? 5. It is true or not? It is true. If it is true, then I have to update my minimum index and I have to do j is equal to j plus 1. Are you clear? Nishant, you clear now? Or else let me complete first, then I'll, you know, if you have any doubt, I'll explain once again. Okay, so you have to also increment j, as I have already told you, right? And you have to swap with the 1, you know? Same goes on and on, right? Okay, so can I say that when my iteration completes, the minimum index will point to the smallest element of an array? Okay, whenever my this iteration will complete, it will point to the least minimum index, है ना? In this particular case it is pointing to this, है ना? Because 4 and 8 are not less than 1, correct है? Right? Okay, so once this loop completes, you basically need to do swap with the current index and the minimum index, correct? Right? Or else I can say minimum index with the ice index, है ना? You need to swap after finding the minimum index, yes or no? Now, so what we will do here, that after finding this minimum index, we will basically complete this iteration. Basically, this for loop iteration will complete here, and after this, I'm writing the code for this as swapping. Okay, and to swap what? And to swap array of minimum index this is array of I is equals to the reverse of it, array of I comma array of minimum index. So what I did, that after finding the minimum index, after finding this index, I need to swap it with this, so this is what I did here, that I need to find them, I need to swap it, my element with the minimum index, yes or no, right? So this is what I did, so when you do the swap, it will be basically looking like this. See, if you do the swap here with 1 to 5, it will be look at what? 1 2 5 4 6, yes or no? 1 2 4 5 6, right? Now if you see that I have completed this position, so now my ith variable will point to which position? This, right? Yes or no? Everyone, I'm doing it once again, so everyone who had not understood or have any doubt with the first iteration, they will be cleared in this iteration. Riyas, am I clear? For everyone I'm getting no voice, for everyone it is not voice. Am I audible? Am I audible? So Riaz, please refresh your page. Okay, so my I will be now this. Okay, and as I said that by looking at code, my minimum index is what? I only, right? So my minimum index is what? It will be point. This is my I also. This will be my minimum index also. Can I say that? Enough, right? And j I'm starting with I plus 1. So this is will be pointing into my j, correct? Yes or no? Enough, right? So for this particular things, what I need to do? So this is basically, this is this is basically my I, this and minimum index, this is basically my j, right? So for that particular things, I will be executing this. So can I say that if my array of I, array of j is less than array of minimum index, so what does it say? That just check now that 4 is less than 2 or not. It is or not, right? So we have to just do what? J plus plus. Now we need to do j plus plus here. So we will increment our j to this. Whether my phi is less than 2, no, it is not. So we'll not do anything. We'll just increment our j from this. Whether my 6 is less than 2, no, it is not. So it will be completed and 2 will be swapped with itself. Can I say? Enough? Yes or no? Right? Because if you see here, we have to swap the self element here, है ना? Array of like this will be 2 only, this will be also 2 only. Now for this, after this particular thing, we will be having this array. Let's say if I have 2 here, I'll be having the same array like this, 4 5 6. This will be my sorted region. Now for this, I will be pointing to this. Minimum index will also point to this, and j will point to this. Now similarly, it's the same scenario will be going on, and I'll be getting the sorted array. Clear? Okay, can I go with implementation now? You were supposed to write pseudocode for it. Oh yeah, so sorry. Yes, minimum index will shift after the swapping, because every time we are every time whenever we are increment our I, or whenever we are going out of the for loop, our minimum index will anyway will be the new one. Okay, I'll show you in the code, right? Okay, so now let me write the code now. Let me write the code for it now. I think so it's like bubble sort, not bubble sort. Okay, let me create a new file. Selection sort dot this. Okay, so now for this, let me close this everything now. Can you see my screen, everyone? Okay. Okay, so uh okay, fine. So can I say that I'll do as my function selection sort? Inside that, I will be taking an array. Inside of this, I have my, I'll take the length of my array as previous case, and after that I will be doing what? I is equal to 0. I should be less than n minus 1, right? You know, we saw that earlier also. Same case here also go the same case, right? And here I'll do what? My minimum index is equals to I. Okay, the same scenario that we have seen just now. Now for j is equals to I plus 1. Remember, we are starting from the next element, right? And j should be less than array dot length. Okay? Or else I can also replace it with n and j plus plus. Okay. Now I'm checking just that if my array of the j, okay, array of j is less than array of minimum index. Okay, if this is the case, then can I say that I have found some minimum number than what I already have? Okay, what I already have at my whatever my index is, So self element will be my minimum number. Okay. So if I found the any minimum number from this, so I'll just update its index. Okay. Minimum index is just the index only. Okay. So I'll update it with the j. Now, what I need to do, I'll just swap after this. Okay. If I found, then I'll just swap after this that whatever in my minimum index array of I equals to array of I comma array of minimum index. Yes or no? Right. Huh. Return array, and after this we'll just console.log selection sort. Inside that we'll pass an array, let's say like 4 5 3, or else like anything like that, 2 and 9. This kind of values will pass. Let's see what is the output. So 1 2 4 5, no, not bubble sort, it will be selection sort. Selection sort dot js 2 3 4 5 9. It's correct, right? Yeah, correct. Just a second, I'm going to do it again. Just what it is. Now if you just want to see the how many operations or what it's going on inside, right? So after each operation I'll be just printing an array. We'll get rid of this. Let us see. It's doing like this. Okay, clear, very simple, easy peasy, right? Okay. Okay, now now this is clear for everyone. Am I clear for everyone? Correct. Now for this I need to tell you something else also. Let's say, just a minute, I'm sharing my screen. Can you see my screen, people? Okay, so see, everyone can see my screen now? Yes or no? Okay, great. Chalo. So can I say that in the first iteration I have to search for n elements, and for the smallest one in the second, in n minus 1, the n minus 2? Yes or no? Right. So if I just show you here, can I say here that in the first iteration I have to search for n elements for the smallest one. In the second I have to search for n minus 1 and n minus 2 and n minus 3. Can I say that? You know? So it will be basically what? N plus like n minus 1, you know, plus n minus 2 plus n minus 3 and so on. Yeah, and this will be how many iterations? N minus 1 iterations, right? So can anyone tell me the time complexity of this? Can anyone tell me the time complexity of this? Okay, I was not audible. I was not audible for everyone. Now I'm audible. Why is this happening for today? For some people. Okay, so I was just asking that what is the time complexity of this? Okay, everyone is right now. It will be order of n square only. You know, the same case as our previous scenario, right? You know, so time complexity will be the order of n square, and it will also the best case, average case, and for the worst case, it will be the same. So now, can anyone tell me? Here that see, except variable, we are not taking any extra space for bubble sort also, for selection sort also. You know, for bubble sorts element also. Let me paste the code also. Just a second. If I have this code for selection sort, and if I have the code this, I cannot do this. So this is my selection sort, and this will be my bubble sort. Okay. So for can you see it here? For everything except a variable, we are not taking any extra space here. है ना? So selection sort, or like see, bubble sort is what? Bubbling the elements towards the end, right? है ना? And selection sort is selecting the perfect element. So except the variables, we are not taking any extra space. We are not taking any extra array also or anything like that. We are doing everything on the original array, similar to bubble sort. In the bubble sort also we were doing the same. Okay, we were doing operation on the original array only. We were not taking any extra space here. Okay, so that is why can I say for the bubble sort also, for the selection sort also, can I say my space complexity will be always order of 1? We are doing the same operation on the same array. We are not taking any extra space. Hariharan, I just told. See, can you see here? Can you tell me which extra array or which extra variable we are using? See, variables are negligible. Which extra array we are using here? We are using the same array. If you see here, now we are using the same array for any task. For swapping also we have not used any extra space. So this is what my order of 1. Same goes for selection sort. If both taking same space, then it's order of 1. Yes. So Dilanjan, it is not like both. We are not comparing this both. We are taking that. We are telling that in bubble sort also, yeah, it is. We are not using any space, so that is why it is order of 1. And selection sort also, we are not taking any extra array also, right? So it is also order of 1 here also. This is what I mean. Yes, order of 1 is space complexity. So swap is like variables only, you know. It's just a variable. Okay, so remember for variables we were not calculating anything in space and time complexity session. You know, variables are not inconsiderable thing. Okay, so see, I'll tell you something new here. That I'll also tell you something new here. That see, for every cases, let's say, uh, if the any algorithm is taking space complexity as order of 1, then such algorithms such algorithms which have a space complexity as order of 1, okay, they are known as uh, something like in place sorting algorithm. Okay, this is a term, this is a terminology that I need to take, like I need to tell you. It's in place, in in. Okay, okay. So Joseph, okay, let me tell you once again. See here, can you see here that, can you tell me whether we are using any extra array, like we have initialized any extra array for any purpose, like array1 or temp array or anything like that? We have not used that, right? So that's why we are just using what is provided. Okay, that is why its complexity is what, order of 1 only. Okay, okay. Any doubt in this particular point? Till this particular point, any doubt? Joseph, you are provided the array, no? You are provided with array. Do you use any temp array or any array 1, 2, 3, any like this, any data structure you have used extra here? Is swapped and break. Okay, see, we had a requirement that whenever our array sorted, okay, we need to break. Okay, so what we did, that after the swapping, we will we will toggle our variable as true. So after the this loop, we will just check whether our execution is turned into this particular point or not. If it is, then our value will be true, and swap will be always true. otherwise it will be the false. Okay, so if it's false then we have to break. If it's true then we don't have to break, because we know that if it's not swapping any element, by there's only one and one possibility that our array is already sorted. That is the only possibility here. Okay, that is why we are breaking up from that. Okay, if array was, just a second, if array was used, what would be the time complexity? So it depends. Okay, it again depends. We cannot tell like this. Okay, it will come eventually. Okay, we have some more algorithms also. In that also I will show you the real time example of this. Okay, by telling the same, like one thing that you are using a array one here, so you cannot justify, like you cannot estimate how much space it will occupy. It will depend what is the role of this. Okay, by code only you cannot tell. You have to also see the it's working. Okay, don't worry, we will see that there are many algorithms that is left. Any doubt in this particular point? Till this point, any doubt, people? Okay, so I will be uploading the notes and the code of it. We will meet tomorrow. Actually I had a homework question for you, but since we are late, like it's already 11, right? So we will not complete the homework. That is why I will give you the homework tomorrow. Will it be okay? Will it be okay? Okay, so sleep well. Okay, we'll meet tomorrow morning. Till then, good night and have a great day and great night. Okay, okay. uh oh, it is difficult to see. Okay, that is the case. Mm. For everyone it is that. For everyone it is that, like the notes of the last session, it's all pink. Oh, why it is so? I need to check. Okay, fine. I will check it and I'll upload from on the same. Okay, I'll see that what's wrong. Cool. Okay, okay, chalo, good night. Dipanshu will discuss on that tomorrow. Okay, we'll discuss on that tomorrow. Okay, so chalo, on that night I'm stopping the class. Everyone have a great night and please revise the thing as always. Yeah, thank you.